Привет, я Star Fox here. What's up, guys? What's up, Zlad, if you're watching? I'm just chilling right now, not doing too much. I got my fucking mask right here. I don't know if I'm gonna wear it though. Honestly, I should have brought the other one. I gotta put it away, hold on. Hold on, I'm getting situated here. Oh, did you hear Dex? I'll tell you about it on fucking private message or something. But I think I got some ideas for New York. It's materializing. But we'll just trot around for a little bit. You know, they were actually chanting Neo Fastest Must Go Home. Made me think of you know, Dr. F for some reason. But it's different here, obviously. I decided that we weren't gonna go live on Kick either, because when I multi-stream, I can't read the chat, so I really don't know what the fuck was said the whole time. Oh shit, there's a security guard now. Let's check out the signs. It's actually not too bad out today. Not too bad at all. I so wish some people would stop leaving comments saying names and stuff, because I don't like that. If we gotta talk, we could talk over stream, or we can talk through email. But I mean, you put a lot of information out there last night, and you shouldn't do that. But I'll explain it to you personally, like through email or stream. I think you misinterpreted what I meant by drugs. Yeah, the drugs are in New York, but we're not talking hard stuff. We're talking weed and beer. That's it. Isn't that not a drug? I mean, I could have done coke when I was in DC, and I said no, because I don't do stuff like that, right? Yeah. Hey, Mama Red, how you doing? Got another protester. We're just chilling right now. FDK, fuck Donald Trump. That's what that says. We got some Palestinian protesters failing Trump. A lot of Russian hate right now. So yeah. But you know, you got Slava Ukrainia, if you know what I mean. I don't understand how you can say Slava Ukrainia and not really know what you're really talking about. Like, maybe we should talk to them. Maybe today's the day we actually talk and see what they're out here holding fucking signs, or they actually know what they're talking about. Woo! I don't know yet. I don't know. But it's awesome. It's awesome to see activism and German Shepherds. There's always a lot of German Shepherds out here. But I honestly think that they're dogs that sniff for like gunpowder and stuff. And it doesn't matter. They're adorable gunpowder sniffing dogs. It's just playing. I will say they got a little more fire than last time, right? That's what it takes. Just get in there and fucking try to change. I do say, I stand up for that. Like, people standing up for what they believe in. Protesting is a way in, you know. But you also got to get involved in the city and stuff to really change shit. You know, you want to influence stuff. Standing on the street corners are good, but with Neo Antifa, we're not just going to sit on street corners. We need to organize. We got to talk to politicians. We got to get our name out there. Because they don't know it, but none of us are enemies here. We're all on the same side called America, right? This is America. There are no super rich here. The super rich is right here. That's about it though. Should have fucking crossed. You know what's weird is I haven't seen one police officer yet. That means they're undercover. Anybody wearing baggy clothes, looming, stuff like that. But they got their rough and security guard out here. Maybe we should go talk to her. See, oh, I was gonna say something. Hey, I got a question. I'll keep you off stream, but anyway, are we allowed to stream in there?
Unfortunately, no.
I mean, like not during the protest, because I come down here and I stream. Prior to all this, I started doing RL in Wichita. Anyway, but I wanted to go in there and stream sometime, but they're like, this isn't going on. Or do you get permission? I had a lawyer up here, McConnell, he knows me.
Obviously, I know that I think certain buildings have like a no media thing or like certain media purposes too.
Yeah,
I'm not really sure about this location. I'm only here like once a week.
Really?
So I'm not really sure, but I know that's why they want me like kind of watch y'all because y'all can't go in there.
I'm not going in there. It was bad timing, but I'd never seen a security guard, and I figured
we
being
be
knowledgeable
inside
about
most
that.
of the time. We be in the inside.
Yeah.
But I kind of seen y'all out here. I had to come out here and check it out.
Yeah. I'm kind of like a neutral party.
Yeah.
Like, I support the left and the right. It's crazy, but, you know, I think we're all Americans, and sometimes politicians draw that line to divide us. So you got people that are either right or left, and it sucks. It sucks, but what I do is I try to unite people still in the baby stages, but doing IRL, it really helps out a lot to like document everything and everybody out here and stuff like that, you know. And it's good to see people, you know, I'm speaker of the people, you know, if you have something like a problem. Back when the jail, they had a protest there, remember when they took it over, people on the roof? I couldn't go to this because I was on probation. I freaked out at a hospital because I got mental issues, but I got probation, but freaking, I even met the police chief, you know, Gordon Ramsay, the old one.
Oh, I don't know him personally. Yeah, no, I don't know.
He's a good guy. He stood up and kind of like he's suing the city right now because of some crazy stuff that was going on. But I met him at the WSU protest. That's probably like, I don't know, 5 years back. But it is crazy. But he's nice. You know, he shook my hand, and I had to go back because I was on antipsychotics, and when it's hot out, it was hot that day, you overheat easy, so you gotta I had to go back. I felt like I was gonna pass out, but it was crazy, but this isn't too bad. But anyway, thanks for your time.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Have a good one.
You too.
Now everybody probably thinks I'm a cop. I'm nothing like a cop, bro. But yeah, it's a practice street interview we just did. But yeah, I do want to know if I can actually film in there, like live streaming, but I don't know. Let's see what the shirt says. Resist. How you doing, man?
Another sign too. So.
Yeah, I need to make a sign. I feel like useless out here.
I got a sign if you want.
Yeah? Maybe next time. This is going to happen every weekend, so I'll make some signs and come out, get some business cards going, stuff like that.
There have been some pretty neat ones. There's one lady's got a picture of Trump on it that says, does this ass make my country look small?
Oh, man. My favorite's a Putin one over there. And then there's a Putin one right there. She's holding at her 12 or 6.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
and then there was another one about Russia, you know, down over there. But, you know, I feel bad for both countries. I do.
Oh, geez, yeah.
It's fucked up what's going on. And, you know, they promised Zelensky, they were going to be like, oh, yeah, you're going to join NATO and all this. Administration changes. And then one phone call to the Kremlin and, you know, it's supposed to be ending. But let's see what happens. I don't know. Do you think? Do you agree with the Ukraine having to pay back like us with minerals for the stuff we
Lord,
sent to
no.
them?
That's like extortion or something. Where we're gonna quit supporting you unless you give us all this thing, all the minerals we need. So,
Yeah.
no, I think that's a horrible thing.
If you could choose between not paying, like not making Ukraine pay us back, or slashing federal jobs, which one would you support?
Or not slashing. I
Yeah,
don't know why
so-
I would have to.
I don't know, but it would save, like, if, say, we pay Ukraine back, or Ukraine pays us back, it gives us money, and with that money, people who work in federal jobs can stay on the job longer while they try to sort it all out.
Well, I kind of think that's a false choice. I think we've got the money, even if Ukraine was in support was not in the picture.
Yeah.
You know, I think the thing about having millionaires and billionaires pay their share of taxes is a real deal. Like,
Yeah.
I think Trump forever and ever. Oh yeah, I'm being audited, so that's why I can't show my taxes. For bullshit. He just wasn't paying any.
Yeah.
And we've got the money if we want to
So,
spend it wisely, So I don't think really that's the problem.
okay. So we got all that money. So Doge, what do you feel about Doge?
Oh, I think that's it.
Like, I mean, but what do you personally feel like your opinion on what's going on with Doge?
I think it's horrible. It's like just because I could pay X amount of dollars, in this case over $250 million, to support the candidate. So
Yeah.
I'm in fact buying the candidate,
Yeah.
kind of like the puppet thing. Oh, I think it's horrible. And you don't send a group of kids in there that don't have really a clue at all about what they're doing. It's like, what's it like? There is a baby with the bathwater, but the idea of going in and just getting rid of everything.
Yeah.
That's like burning the building down and say, oh God, I wish you would have kept that room was looking pretty good.
Yeah.
That's just not the way to do it.
Yeah.
It gives you a quick sugar high that, we're in there cutting all this stuff. Well, first of all, don't lie about it. Don't be off by a factor of 100 or 1,000 between we saved $8 billion. No, it was more like $8 million, and that's probably questionable too. So, yeah, don't lie to me if you're going to do that.
Yeah.
And because I think that's a bad idea. I think if those people were not elected, I think what Trump is doing is offloading. I don't think he wanted to be elected in 2016. He was just cared about making himself a higher profile. He owns a business, does it. But when he finally got elected, then he had to go to jail if he all of a sudden is not president. And so, like right now, he says, oh, screw it, I'm too old for this, so I'm going to let Elon buy the presidency. He can take care of it. I'm going to go play golf 10 days out of 30 in the last month.
Yeah.
So,
What do you think about the immigration problem, mainly with criminals coming across? Do you think that they should be deported or they should be kept here?
Oh, I'm more worried about the criminals that in fact are in the country. I'm way more worried about the 1,500 people that were in jail after the January 6th thing, and all of a sudden they get generally pardoned. I feel way more threatened by those assholes than I do from the people supposedly that were sent to called Venezuelan terrorists because they had tattoos without due process and sent to El Salvador. So I think we have more of an immigration problem because we want to have one. If people were allowed to come across the border and become American citizens, they'd have to pay those people living wages rather than saying, hey, we're going to report you to ICE unless you go out and pick our strawberries for, a nickel a day.
Yeah. Well, what about the people on Social Security with illegal immigration coming in? It could. It definitely does take a toll on people who, like veterans, homeless veterans in New York City. They didn't get the treatment that a lot of people who came in illegally per se did.
Well, I think that's a separate issue. It's just like the veterans with what? How many of the federal workers? It's like 30% are veterans. That's kind of a separate issue. Yet we're going to fire all those guys So don't talk to me about, oh, the immigrants are taking money from veterans. They're paying taxes, sales tax and income tax too. I don't know if they're paying into Social Security if they're in the legitimate economy. But no, I don't. It's not an either or. It's not an either or choice.
So you don't think that the illegal immigration really affects us financially then as a country?
I think it does. I think we shoot ourselves in the foot by, and people as a. First of all, you know, as a cliche, we're a nation of immigrants. I think if we spent the money that we're doing building walls, would rather hire more immigration judges and immigration lawyers and make it so that we could process people. Right now, we don't. There's people that don't really want the brown people in the United States. So, and that's pretty much historic.
Well, they do help out with like taking jobs and stuff. Even out here, like farmers relied on them. So when those cuts came, there's farmers that they're gonna have to pay out of pocket. But also, I think sometimes people take advantage of immigrants and they pay them way less than what they should. So
that's kind of my point.
With that's gone, now they got to pull out of their pocket and pay people what they're worth. You know, so, but then some people will be like, oh, I don't support illegal immigration, you know, out there. It's been weird how that works.
Yeah, sure. And there's no one simple solution, but I really think we're lying to ourselves and to everybody else in the country to say that, geez, we've got this terrible immigration. The moms with the 2-year-old kids coming across the border, you know, they're not bringing fentanyl. They're not here to destroy the government. They're there because if they go back to their home country, the gangs there will say, okay, we want your daughter, we want your son to join our gang, or we're going to just kill you, you know.
Yeah, human trafficking and gangs are a big issue, and they do prey on people like that, you know, just like kind of like the farmers out there. You know, people take advantage of the system, in my opinion, when morally they know they can do better, but they don't, and they don't chip in. And then we have situations where everything's all fucking chaotic, you know.
Yeah, and the thing with USAID, that first of all, I think that whole soft power argument that it's better to go with a carrot than a stick, and that's another cliche.
Yeah.
But I think there's truth in that. And then also, the USAID was a place where farmers could sell their surplus or just sell their regular product. Well, when you shut this faucet off on that, and the farmers are sitting out there, hey, this stuff's turning into mush out in the what do they call silos?
Yeah.
You know, because we've said, oh God, we just don't think AID is a good thing. Why should we support other countries?
Subsidies. A lot of that surplus goes to like homeless people and stuff, food banks and things like that. So I agree with that too. But anyway, thanks for your time, sir.
Yeah.
I'm kind of just neutral, so I'll leave it at that.
Yep. Beware simple solutions, whether that's we're going to bring some 19-year-old tech bros in that are going to modify our computer systems without knowing the source code and what they're dealing with, not to mention that the subject matter they know nothing about, more than likely. You know, don't tell me that's the solution. So
all right. Have a good one, sir. Very interesting. Who should we pick next? Somebody young? Oh, look at the signs and we'll study them. I got more in this. Flag upside down. It looks like Anarchy Princess in 20 years, bro. I don't think they know who Anarchy Princess is. Hell, I should ask them if they know who Talia Jade is. I'm looking for anybody in Antifa and I'll ask them, you know who Talia Jade is? Wax saw the bad side of like what happens when you come up against Antifa though. He almost got fucked up. Antifa Grizzly, he was so scared he posted this shit. They had to get NYPD to escort him out. He's cool now though. He's part of Neo Antifa in a way. But yeah, unite everyone. It's gonna be hard work. There's some Slava Ukrainian. More signs. Yeah, another beautiful day. Actually, the wind's kind of cutting hard. That's the only problem. It's like this wind is like, motherfucker. I'm gonna fucking hold on a sec. She's having a seizure in that car. All right, let's cross. Fuck it. 40 seconds. Welcome to Wichita. I say the fucking enthusiasm is inspiring. It don't matter if you're pro-Trump or pro-fucking left. The unity is what the power is in, bro. Like the power is, I mean, enthusiasm, all that shit. It's back. It's back. Oh my God, there were more people over there than I thought. Yeah. Oh, I think I hear a conversation. Let's try this station over here. I don't even know what time it is. What time is it? It is, it's almost 12. It's, yeah. It's about 8 to noon, maybe 7. That guy has a thing sticking out of his CenturyLink thing sticking out of his back pocket. Alright. Good morning, Brett. How you doing? Fucking nervous as fuck again. I'm trying my best to hide it though. Got that fucking hydroxyzine on. We're just chilling here. So obviously it's a protest we're at. I just interviewed somebody. Actually, I interviewed the Ruffin security guard, and then you know, I don't remember his name. I remember his face, but we were talking about some stuff. But yeah, this is down from where they're having the NCAA tournament. So this takes place every Saturday. So if anybody wants to like get involved out there politically, in the AO, head out here, man. Strength in numbers, and you can see it. You know, see how big it gets. But the more networking, the more people that know, the more people that come out, the more power there is potentially. So we got a speaker. We should probably go over here. I don't want to miss a message. Somebody change the light. Thank you.
Every Saturday and every Monday on this corner, that corner, at noon. There's some national events that are going to be going on that we're going to try to coordinate with. Most of those coincide with the dates we already have Saturdays and Mondays. If you're not aware, is in that building, and Senator Marshall's office is in that Cortez building on the corner.
Roger the Dodger!
Yeah, the buildings are going to be large buildings. Just remember that we are here for a peaceful protest. All of these are, everyone that's here has a reason for being here. If you look around at all the signs, there's a different reason for everyone to be here. And there's a reason for everybody to be here and over their concerns. And we will just keep doing what we're doing until we make some changes. I am going to continue to post on the Defend Democracy ICT group and Defend Democracy Wichita page. We're going to share that out to all of the other groups that are organizing around the state, around the county, around the city. So just keep doing what you're doing. Make your signs, tell your friends, bring your voices, and bring your power.
Amazing. cross over. We're gonna cross over, do a giant turn. Hold on a sec. I'll respond to chat in a minute. There's a lot of information. I didn't know Roger Marshall was down the street. You don't want to tell somebody like me that. No, I'm just joking. Actually, I didn't know he was down there. You learn something new every day, though. I think I'm missing something. Hello, how you doing?
Save democracy.
Save democracy. Heck yeah. Love your spirit.
She's 10 years old. She's out here protesting.
Awesome. That's what I'm telling people. Is like, come out and protest. There's power in numbers.
That's amazing.
Voices are heard. All right, we're gonna cross over there, and I'll respond to chat. Sorry about that. And the reason we're not doing multi-stream because on Kick, I have an issue where I can't see chat or how many people in the room. So the last stream we did, I thought when I got home, I actually saw the comments and stuff, but I had to sign in to see them. Let me look at this. Oh God, there's a lot of you talking, huh? Good day, Brett. No worries, just chill. We're all just people, man. That's what I'm talking about. Everybody.
Facebook Live?
Oh no, YouTube Live. Yeah. Sometimes Kick. You should look into Kick. It's another streaming platform. If you get views, I'll pay you. It's called KCIP.
Wait, what's your channel?
Oh, I can't get my channel out. Sorry. It's for 18-year-olds and up. All right. Yeah. But yeah, just get out there, do this stuff. You can even stream too. This is called like a gimbal. Keeps your phone stable. And you can also stretch it and put like a tripod on it. So you can share your experience with the world. That's what it's about.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How long is that live?
I bet Adam.
This live, 26 minutes, 58 seconds.
Are you doing it until tonight?
No. Probably usually an hour and a half, maybe tops, and then I just shut it down. Go over there and enjoy some festivals.
I have to go check it out when I get home.
All right, it's cool. Have a good one. No problem. See, look at that. That's awesome. This is why, like, I talk about this Neo Antifa, and I see that, and I'm like, wow. You know, and I didn't tell that guy, but I support the women and children and immigrants here, and I don't think that they should be deported. That's just my opinion. As far as criminal immigrants, goodbye. But I'll look at this. We take care of Americans first. Yeah, that thing, when I asked him about, like, what did he say? I asked him about, like, if you could choose between Ukraine paying us back and saving federal jobs, you know, to see what he said. But you'll have to go back and see it. It's all in there. But it was an interesting conversation. But I did press him a little bit because when you're out here protesting and stuff, it's those hard questions that people ask that kind of puts you in a bind, and you got to be able to have a response. And you know, you just want to be able to, because defending democracy, as they say, is also defending yourself, and defending yourself is standing up for unity in a way. So we'll keep looking at these. I always support peaceful protests, even if they disagree. Yeah, that's exactly what this is, Mom Red. With this Neo Antifa stuff is trying to bring some unity, because you know, right and left are always so separated, but actually going out and remaining neutral, engaging with people and talking, that experience itself also helps build a dialogue where you could share stuff with each other instead of these politicians wanting to draw that fucking line and making us all hate each other. If they can keep you separated, why do you think there's racism, bro? Blacks versus whites, fucking everything, right versus left. What happened at City Hall? That caused division. That's why I'm kind of like, fuck Becky, whatever the fuck, Mallard or whatever. I just don't like her, but it's my it's my free speech. You know, everybody has the right to say what they want to say. The Ukrainian flag. There's a lot of Ukrainian flags out there. Yeah. I'm waving at cars now. Oh, thank you, Mama Red. Yeah, I'm practicing for New York because I want to do street interviews too, and can't wait to meet up with Psychotic and meet Dr. F. And there's some other stuff that's possibly happening, but I don't want to talk about it right now because I got to talk with somebody about something they posted because it was too much information. But it's just it has to do with Operation Breadcrumb, and I have not explained enough about that. But is it real? I mean, we'll stop talking about Operation Breadcrumb. Sorry. Yeah, I said it's AP in 20 years. But I think we found Anarchy Princess's mom. You see the resemblance. Operation Breadcrumb. I don't know what it is yet. Say I go to New York City and everything goes to shit. I just got a bad feeling something's gonna happen there. I hope not though. I think we're gonna be fine streaming, but just in case, you know, I gotta make sure I'm protected. You know, I feel good out here in numbers and stuff. And it's wonderful. It's wonderful. Welcome Golden Renaissance Productions. I see the eyeball right there. I'll just say Operation Breadcrumb is it's a fail-safe protection plan for me if shit goes south in New York. So there should be no Operation Breadcrumb if everything's chill. But it has a lot to do with releasing information. But we'll be cool. We'll be chill. Hey, there's a paramedic right there. BL 514. Sorry, when I get nervous, I start paying attention to everything. Sorry, these guys are excited, man. I'm telling you. I gotta remember to drink water too, because sometimes I forget. All right, now we can go to the festival. We spent our time here. Energy was good, and I understand why people are divided and mad. You got people out here who think that Ukraine got shit on by Trump. You got people who feel like immigration, you know, it should be open borders, and you got all kinds of people, you know. But what draws everybody together? Being pissed off about shit, you know. We can't just sit there and be pissed off in our houses and not do anything anymore. It takes action. Alright, sorry. Oh, I'm talking that loud, sorry. Yeah, I'm about to head out right now actually, but second time here, nice vibe, a lot more energy this time.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
I was here 4 weeks ago, and I just missed this. This is the second one I've been out to.
Yeah.
I marched in when we went into Iraq. I was out in the street protesting, sending our troops to Iraq.
Yeah.
Not against the troops, just.
I've been to Iraq. I was in that war.
We were out. I was out there protesting, sending you to that war.
Yeah.
And I was. And then I trespassed to close down the School of the Americas in Fort Benning, Georgia.
You got trespassed?
Yeah,
Oh,
and I
no.
spent a month in jail for it.
A month? That's a long time for trespassing.
Oh no, peace activists, the average amount, if you just trespass, is 6 months in jail. I lucked out, the judge liked something I said, so he only gave me a month. Everybody else got 3 months or 6 months. And if we trespass and we drop flower seeds on there, it's automatic damage to federal government property, and it'd be 18-month prison sentence.
For dropping something on the...
Flower seeds.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I did not. You learn something new every day. Wow.
Yeah.
So after all the stuff you've been through, the system, you're still out here.
Yeah, I was out here with the BLM protest a couple of times, and it's like 20, 25 years, and we're still out here fighting for things, you know? But I was also a history major, and I took German history and Russian history.
Oh, wow.
It's fascism, right down the line, right down everything that Hitler did to take over Germany, which was a fully democratic country.
Yeah.
And he took the fascism within 53 days, closing everything down, making everything illegal. And the first group he went after were the gypsies and immigrants.
I could see the reference you're making towards maybe Trump with everything.
Yeah.
Well, locally, it's been a little crazy too with the holding down at City Hall last week and the proclamation.
I'm not from Wichita, so I.
Oh, you aren't?
I live in Sumner County, but I work up here.
Wow. How big is your city you're from?
Very, very small, Argonia.
Really? Do you feel like an outcast there since a lot of smaller towns are Republican and pro-Trump?
Yeah, I don't put anything in my yard.
Really?
I got a lot of Trump signs out. It's like, no, I don't.
It's sad that you have to hide that from, whenever you're like, you feel like you're outnumbered by an opposing force. We talk about them drawing that line where they want everybody to be against each other and stuff.
That's apartheid. That's what they did in South Africa.
Yeah.
And
I've been to Africa too, Djibouti.
Well, in South Africa during the 80s, I graduated high school in 81.
Oh, wow.
So I grew up with the Vietnam War on TV and the protests. And South Africa, they practice apartheid, where that's how a small group of Dutch were able to control that whole country.
Yeah.
They would separate all of the African tribes down in a certain area, and they would get them to fight each other so that they would not rise up and overtake them.
See, I know about that. I'm Native American. I know a lot about genocide, and I do support Palestine myself. I think what happened was fucked up, and there's that division again. Like I say, black and white, Jew, freaking Palestinian.
Against the government.
Yeah, so I want to see unity, and I hope someday we can get there. But it's probably going to get worse before it gets better.
Yeah.
And I think when it does get worse, people are going to stand up and they're gonna fight. Not.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that.
Well, my ancestors have been here since before 1614. My Dutch ancestors. So I'm like a 26th generation American on that side.
Yeah.
But I do have Eastern Cherokee on my dad's side. My grandmother was like 1/16 or something like that.
Yeah.
So I do have a line there too. So, and I have documented ancestors that fought in the American Revolution, both sides of the Civil War. Some distant relatives that were in the Spanish War in 1899, and great uncle who fought in World War I. My dad was in Korea, and so
I've been to Korea too, Seoul, Korea. 안녕하세요.
Well, he was.
I don't speak Swahili though. A little Russian. Привет, я Star Fox. Speak the Deutsch. I speak like no.
Most of my ancestors were Dutch.
Yeah.
But it's like they fought for. There's like 6 or 8 on the American side, and one family that was loyalist.
Really?
But it's from a different line. I have a lot of ancestors in genealogy.
Yeah. I have one. Well, first, you notice that truck or that SUV drove by, and the blonde white girl, she screamed out, "We love Trump" as they drove by. How do you feel like to people do support Trump when they hear like protests and stuff, like saying basically like he needs to be thrown out, even though he was basically voted in by people, in America?
Well,
that is democracy, is it not?
Yes, but he always said that the 2020 election was rigged. You listen to a lot of his interviews. He actually came out and said he thanked Musk for the computer system in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
It was linked up to Starlink, and that satellite came down the day after the election.
Yeah.
Well, the satellites came tumbling down. But there's a guy who's been investigating this for 2 or 3 years.
What's his name?
Oh, I can't think of it. He was online. He's an investigative journalist.
There's a lot of those out there.
Yeah, but there's one. He has a whole team that's been going through state records. Okay, I remember when, just before the election, it was in August, September, Texas kicked off 1.1 million people off their voter rolls. They kicked them off, okay? And they didn't notify those people. So when they went to vote, they were given a provincial ballot, usually. And
It means your vote doesn't count, right?
well, out of 4 million provincial ballots cast, given out, 2.1 were never counted. In the swing states, like in Georgia, it's been known for 2 or 3 years now that they still have remnants of Jim Crow laws. So that if you don't like somebody or you have a neighbor you haven't seen in a while,
Yeah.
you can turn in their name and challenge their right to vote. 4 people were able to keep off of up to, oh, that's a beautiful car, excuse me, were able to kick off nearly 70,000 people. They would just go in and, you know. And
Did they kick those guys off? What were the reasons that they threw them off?
They just challenged their right to vote.
So do you feel like that was illegal when they did that?
They were able to kick off over 160,000 people in Georgia alone, and several other states did the exact same thing, kick people off the voting rolls, either by the state purging the rolls or by people saying, hey, I don't think this person has a right to vote. They'll turn in their name and they're kicked off the voting rolls. And that person, to straighten it out, has to go to an election office or somewhere and prove that they're a legal citizen to get the right to vote back. But they're not notified. So they're not notified.
Yeah.
So when they go to cast a vote, they're given a provincial vote. 4 million were given out last election. 2.1 million were thrown away.
So this stuff is shaking your trust in the election system, and you're saying,
well,
are you saying that Trump was illegally voted into office then?
Well, he was, okay. You know the Constitution.
Yeah.
The 14th Amendment, Section 3 of the Constitution said an insurrectionist cannot hold public office, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to be indicted or impeached for it. You do an insurrection, you cannot hold public office. Now, when he was impeached the second time,
Did he tell people to go into the Capitol?
yes, basically he was trying to get over there. He was trying to.
So he told people to break past the police and go into the
He
Capitol?
was told.
Break
that-
windows. I have a friend who was there.
Okay.
He got pardoned, but we're still friends.
Right.
And we're very different, but I'm just saying that
he was indicted.
you can't
for it.
disenfranchise.
He would not have been indicted for it if they didn't have enough enough evidence. All the investigative committee that investigated him.
Yeah.
Okay. They talked to hundreds of people. They have them on record. To sworn testimonies, video, whole 9 yards of people right around him. They told him that there were people coming on with weapons into that area of his speech. He said, well, they're not here to hurt me, and told them to get rid of the metal detectors.
Yeah.
People were arrested for having weapons between there and the Capitol.
Yeah.
But the thing is that, okay, from a peace activist point of view, the Capitol was closed that day. They were officially closed.
Yeah.
So anybody who took one step off that sidewalk was illegally trespassing and should have gotten 6 months in jail automatically. Anyone who did any damage should have gotten 18 months federal prison.
They did get time. The January 6th
But a
insurrection.
lot of them only got
They went to the J6 jail in DC. There's protests there with I forget the name. Mickey. She's you remember Ashley Babbitt?
Yes.
Yeah, her mother's name is Mickey, and she's done a lot of protests at the J6 jail before they got pardoned because they were held there that whole time and they didn't even get a trial. They were just sitting
That's
there.
average in the United States.
So it's average to be arrested and not have a speedy trial?
Yes. You know, there's some states now, if you get arrested, you can be in jail for 4, 5, 6 months before you're taken to court.
But you got 20 days and you said you could have got 6 months yourself, right?
Yeah.
Why do you think they took privilege on you because you're white?
No.
No?
It's something I said to the judge, and he said that should have been set in stone. And so he gave me 1 month. But all my friends got 3 months to 6 months. If I had gone back the next year and trespassed again, it would have been automatic 18-month prison sentence.
Mm-hmm.
So anyone who did any damage to the Capitol should have got an 18-month prison sentence automatic. They had videos. They showed it.
And if they
online.
did do damage and they were sitting there the whole time and people were protesting because they hadn't got out of jail yet, what do you feel about that?
You should have known what if you can't do the time, don't do the crime.
That's a very good way to end it. All right, well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna head out. It's good talking to you. Sorry for
Right.
pressing you a little bit, but I'm
No,
neutral.
that's okay. I'm used
But
to it.
it's the dialogue people need to have, you know.
Well,
And
it's-
that's what the politicians should honestly do. They're too busy like, we got our Democrats here, and then we got some Republicans down there. You know what I mean?
Well, yes, there are Democrats I don't believe in, but AOC, Bernie Sanders, people who are out there are really trying to stand up for our democracy. I'm with them. Now, I would never like Cheney.
Yeah.
I didn't like what way she voted. I didn't like she was, but I had to give her some credit. She stood up, lost her seat, standing up against Trump. She stood by her morals. She stood by integrity,
It's good.
and it cost her her seat. I had to give,
Sacrifice.
yeah.
That sacrifice is what makes.
And a lot of Republicans said we would rather have a Democrat president, 4 years of maybe bad policies. It's better than Trump. Even Republicans said that. Republicans now are crying. They're screaming at their representatives and senators because, they're screaming at them now because they're taking away all their benefits. I mean, as a vet, they're trying to take away your benefits.
They're firing people who work
Yeah.
at the VA. I go to the VA often.
Well, the Topeka VA hospital, they all got their pink slips from top to bottom. Everybody.
When did this happen?
About 3-4 weeks ago.
3 or 4 weeks ago?
We heard that they got their pink slip.
You heard or you know for a fact?
Some of the other people who posted it on some stuff. So,
Is that the website that?
yeah, she was talking about.
I'll have to go back. I'll look at it.
Yeah.
But,
And someone from there, they said, yeah, they got all their pink slips.
That's terrible if that happened.
But the other thing is that just today, they said that they wanted to take Social Security. They threatened to shut it down totally, completely.
Actually, I thought I heard that a federal judge said that they were blocked from doing that.
Well, no, what they were blocked from was they said, you can't go in there willy-nilly and take all of our personal information, basically. And what a lot of people don't know is that Musk has got a $1.3 billion loan from China to build his Tesla stuff there in China.
Yeah.
Okay. And this general had posted, an American general, he said, people don't understand that when you deal with China, everything is owned by the leader of China, the president of China, okay? He knows that Elon's got all this information. He's going to pressure him for all that information.
Oh yeah. Politicians blackmail each other
Well,
all
this
the
is Musk. He's not a
time.
politician. He's a private citizen who has no business being in our department, no business going into taking our stuff that we worked for decades.
I agree.
He has no right to do that.
I agree.
And I believe that he's going to try to sell it. He's downloading all that information somewhere and then sell it to the highest bidder.
We'll see what happens. All right. Well, I must depart. It was good meeting you. Thanks for talking with me, and
sure.
you have a good day.
You too.
Thanks for standing up for what you believe in.
Yeah.
Huh?
Do you do a podcast?
I do YouTube Live.
YouTube Live? Oh, cool. What's your YouTube channel?
It's at Star Fox Pictures on YouTube.
What
At
is-
Star Fox Pictures on YouTube.
At Star Fox.
Pictures.
Pen. What are you looking at?
What does that smell? Like burning rubber.
Down there, someone's burning oil.
Oh yeah.
Burning oil.
We still got people.
Okay, that is.
I'll read the chat in a minute. Sorry.
Okay, what was it?
At. It's the at. The symbol at.
Okay, hang on a second. Let me get it. Where am I going?
Want me to type it in?
There it is.
And then Star Fox, like the game?
Star, STAR.
Yes. FOX.
STARFOX.
Yep.
And that's it.
And then pictures. PI. And just hit enter. That should lead you to me. That is definitely not me. Oh, type in YouTube next to that. Sorry.
Oh,
There's a lot of Star Fox. There's a Star Fox from Russia now.
Oh.
It literally took my old handle.
Oh, there.
And still not popping up. What is the fucking FBI up to? No, I'm playing. There, right there.
Right there?
Yep, click on that. And if you click on that live, right there.
My phone's
But anyway, whenever you get done, you can see like.
picture of that so I'll remember.
All right. But yeah.
I've been through menopause and 4 cases of COVID. I'm lucky I can remember my name some days.
No, you're good. I almost died from COVID. Fuck that. I had to get
Yeah.
sulfur meth. Like, yeah, it was bad. My
Oh,
mom
dear.
literally forced me to go to the hospital. She called the ambulance on me. And I'm
dear.
glad she did because I had pneumonia, but I was just pushing through it. After I got over it, though, I felt so happy and I was like crying almost because, like, I got to get out and live life. And then I still
Yeah.
lived in isolation.
Right.
And then a bunch of shit happened. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to IRL. Went to New York, met some cool people. Went to DC, met some cool people. Came back home and I was like, nobody does it here. So IRL is just sharing your life, walking around streaming and showing what's going on. So that's
Oh, cool.
mainly what I'm doing
So
right
you
now.
live here in Wichita?
I do.
Okay, cool. Well, my name is Karna, C-A-R-N-A. You
Uh-huh.
okay?
All right. I'm Jeremiah.
Jeremiah?
Mm-hmm.
Very nice to meet you.
You too.
I'll see if I can get on. It won't let me go on there.
It might work after. It's probably some kind of Stingray FBI van there, not letting you click
I
on it.
noticed that a lot of videos that if it's against Trump or if it's controversial, it's blocked. It's stopping.
I wish that happened. I like to go to subscriber only mode, but my content's insane. Don't have a heart attack when you watch it all. It's satire. It's fucking insanity. But I'm not normal, and I'm trying to like
On this one,
stop
yeah.
acting normal. Hey, there you are. Breathe it, yes, Star Fox. No, I'm playing.
Ask her if the Democrats can be redeemed.
Yeah, the chat's gonna get brutal, but you gotta get used to that. Criticism's good.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
You can't hang around with people that agree with everything. You don't learn anything. But
You can see me fight on.
you're good.
You can see me fighting on online and so forth.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, go ahead and sub or something. And you ever see me live, don't be afraid to pop in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, I'm just chilling. It's good to meet you.
That's good to meet you
All right.
too. Take
Have a good
care.
one.
Thank you.
Later. All right, we're gonna move out because there's only a few people left. That was a good conversation, but when the conversation started, like there's people here, now there's like nobody here, so I gotta move. Hell yeah. These are probably the protesters that were in the car. But yeah, we'll move out if the fucking, I don't know. I gotta press this button. I feel like a sitting duck right now. How you doing, sir? Not too bad. Just learned a lot of stuff with all these guys out here, yeah. Just trying to stay neutral, but I pressed them a little on stuff.
Yeah?
It didn't go too bad, Then I turn around after the last state I'm talking to, and there's nobody here anymore. When we started talking, it was full of people. I guess good conversation, right?
Yeah, right.
Have a good day. I really gotta ride those scooters. I should just use my debit card, right? I can't like ride the scooter and stream at the same time. So yeah, we'll shut it down here. And oh look, there's a cheeseburger from McDonald's. It looks like it came from the one down the street. Oh shit, I gotta read the chat actually, so we'll keep walking. We gotta cross the street again, bro. Oh my god. Yeah. WSC plates. Alright, now I gotta look at these comments. There's no way in hell I'm gonna read them all without getting hit by a car. So we'll get out of the location. We are Charlie Mikeing the fuck out of here right now. We could Charlie Mike in a scooter. But yeah, there's a website. I mean, we learned a lot. We got a lot of information. And that's what I like to do, is get information when you're doing streams and stuff. Interviews, hopefully documentaries. And then she's a investigative journalism. The investigative journalism, she started talking about that. And like, the thing is a lot of people say they're investigative journalists. You know, I actually, never mind. But yeah. So look at this. Are you trying to justify cutting services to children and families so billionaires can get tax cuts? Children and families are entitled to those benefits. Hasn't lost anything. AI, stop it. Al Munson, he's real. I've seen him multiple times before. But you know, sometimes we get trolls and sometimes you don't get trolls. But I just let the chat do what it wants, because you know, if people want to engage and talk about something they don't agree with, I mean, that's how you end wars, isn't it? We're not making that. Every time I look, dude, we're stuck in another fucking light. But that's how you end wars. Oh, look, it's green. You end wars by coming to negotiation and terms that we're not all going to get along. Compromise. That's what you got to do. That's just the only way. So, all right, well, we're gonna end it here. It's a good conversation. We'll do some more IRL in the future. But as far as like everything, hey, the lights are actually working. Thank you, FBI surveillance man. No, I'm just joking. I said I want to get out of there, and all of a sudden all the lights are like, we'll get you out of here. But those are facts. I'm sorry, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about right now. It's so exciting. I was having trouble like just focusing, like, but I tried like best. But out here, like being around a ton of people and stuff, my nerves are racked, and like it's weird because it makes me vigilant, but it also like it's weird. I don't know how to explain it, but we got through it. We got through it, and hopefully we brought you some content and shared some different views, and that's what the whole point was. And showing that I'm not just, you know, not just that boring guy who sits in his house all day.
Oh, it's her.
Oh, Karna, thank you for letting me know that. I'll check into him. I'll definitely look into this stuff, and I appreciate having a chat with you. It's been a good live. Well, thank you so much, Mama Red. But yeah, thank all of you for tuning in, and thank all of you who talked to me and gave me the time to ask questions. Go Wichita. Star Fox out. Peace.